Hi guys, welcome back to another video tutorial where we are looking at the topic of programming using C. In our last video tutorial, we started looking at the basic structure of a C program where we identified some aspects that are used to develop a C program. We also differentiated between variables and constant, and we identified some data types that we will use in our C program. For this video tutorial, we will be writing our very first C program, where the main purpose of this program is to display on screen a message to our users. And the message that we will be displaying on screen is "Welcome to Programming Using C." Now, using the structure as guide, we will begin on line 1 with our preprocessor as well as a header file. Our preprocessor is the first word in our program and followed by our header file. The preprocessor initializes the programming environment or the environment of the program, which links the program to header files, and the header file that we are using for this tutorial is a standard input-output header file. So we begin with our preprocessor, so it's the pound key with the word include, and our file, which is stdio, short for standard input-output.h header, and this header file is where we are able to collect information, or it stores information that is related to input and output functions. And these are technically built-in functions that are already a part of the C program, where we can use keywords to be able to perform, whether it is to display on screen, or output to display on screen, or input to collect information from a user. And again, for the purpose of this video presentation, we will be using an output. So the next line of code would be our main function, and the main function allows for the user to be able to proceed with performing some actions, and the main function also allows for inputs or output to be delivered or received. So without the main function, the user will not be able to see anything being displayed on screen, because technically it is also housing the body of our C program. So it's int main, and sometimes we will just see main followed by open and close bracket, and then followed by the curly brace. As you can see, I only entered the open curly brace and then select enter for my software, and they gave me the closing brace. Now within this brace is where we would be suggesting our input or output functions, and then the details of this. Again, we will only be using the output function for this tutorial, and the keyword that will allow us to display a message on screen is printf. So what this means is that when the computer search within this header file called standard input-output header, it will be able to recognize this word printf, and then from that point it knows that this keyword is expected to display on screen a message. What is the message that we're going to be displaying again? Welcome to Programming Using C. So our keyword which is printf, followed by an open bracket, and we have both open and closing bracket. Within this we have our double quotation to indicate that something we will be displaying on screen, a certain message. The message was welcome to Programming Using C. And then finally, on the outside of the closing bracket, we would need a closing symbol for this line to indicate that we have completed the instruction or the requirements of this line. So we would include a semicolon, and then from here there was no other requirement from us or we did not need to receive any input from the user, this is the only thing that we expected from this program. So at this point I would proceed to see if there was any error in my program by debugging, and then from there would select run to see if the program actually works. So when I click on run and then I expand my screen here, the message indeed was printed on screen. So technically the program did exactly what it was built to do, which was to display a message on screen, and the actual message was welcome to programming using C. So again, this would have been our very first video presentation, and the purpose of this video was to only display a message on screen to a user. In our next video tutorial, we will be displaying a message on screen requesting information from the user, and then at that point collect the information from the user. So thank you very much for watching this video tutorial, and please stay tuned for the others to come.